What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first of many videos on TrackMan reviews. I am your host, Chris. Now let's just get started. Today the shoe we're going to be taking a look at is the Nike Zoom Fly. The Zoom Fly is a road racing shoe designed specifically for the marathon. However, you can still feel its benefits at shorter distances. It's based on the Vaporfly 4%, a shoe that was developed for Nike's recent sub-2-hour marathon attempt. The main difference is that they use more conventional, less expensive materials to develop the shoe. So now that we've got a little bit of background on it, let's take a closer look and go over some specs. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to apologize for showing you all a dirty shoe. You know, I would have loved to do a clean unboxing, but as soon as I got these guys, I just had to go running them. So, anyways, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into the specs. So the Zoom Fly has a one-piece fly mesh upper, which is going to be really nice for breathability. It's going to let your foot breathe a lot in there. And you've also got the fly wire lacing system here that's going to lock your foot in place, and a nice rigid heel cup for that same reason, to hold your foot in place in this very fast shoe. So this shoe falls under the neutral category of shoes. It's a lightweight neutral shoe. There's no corrective properties added to it. The sole is comprised of Lunarlon foam, so it's going to give you a nice soft and cushioned ride, while another layer of that midsole is going to have a carbon-infused nylon plate, which really makes the Zoom Fly the Zoom Fly. It's going to add a nice layer of springiness, a nice layer of stiffness, to really help shoot you forward and really help you pop off the ground. The heel and the forefoot have some high abrasive rubber there for some extra durability, and we've also got a little bit more aerodynamically designed heel. As you can see there, it's shaped a little bit differently than a conventional running shoe would be. The idea being that it is more aerodynamic, help you go faster. The heel to toe drop is 10 millimeters, and it weighs just under 8.5 ounces in a size 9. And as of right now, it's MSRP $150. So not chump change. You're going to be paying a bit of a hefty price for this shoe. Yeah, it's a pretty high-tech kind of shoe. But now that I've given you guys the rundown on the shoe and the specs, let's get to the review portion. So, first time I put these guys on, I felt that springiness in the shoe immediately. Even just walking around in it, it was a totally different feeling than I'd ever felt in a running shoe. Size-wise, I'd say it fit pretty true to size. I wear a 9 in nearly everything, and it felt good. Not too tight, but nice and secure. One thing that I did love about it was in the heel, I didn't slip at all. That's something that frustrates me a lot in a lot of my running shoes. My heel slips a little bit, and it fit very nicely in this one. I didn't even have to lace it any differently, didn't have to do the runner's loop at all. I will say, however, initially upon putting the shoe on, I did feel like it might have been a little bit too tight, a tiny bit too small up in the toe box. However, after a few wears, it felt great and there wasn't any discomfort at all. Running in these things is definitely an experience. Not quite like anything I've ever ran in before. Every step I felt like I was getting propelled forward. Every step I felt like I was being pushed along. I felt like I was popping off the ground. It was incredible. I've done a couple workouts, couple regular runs in these things, and I can tell you that it makes shifting gears feel effortless. Almost. I'm not sure if this phenomenon is unique to my situation, but I've noticed that during the runs and workouts I've done, I've been going along and I've been shocked to find that a certain split I would run would be dramatically faster than the previous one with no real change in effort. Like I'd be going along for, let's say, a 5-6 mile run or something, and my third mile would be 30 seconds faster than my second one. And I didn't feel like I was trying any harder, but I think I just got into a rhythm with these and it just feels so much easier to go fast. So I'm going faster with no real change in effort. I'm not complaining about that. People always saying they want a shoe that can run for them. It's almost what this feels like. One thing I am concerned a little bit about is the durability of the shoe. Now this is just speculation because I've only run 50 or so miles on this thing, but so far I've noticed some creases kind of starting to form in the shoe. You can kind of see them there, like right there, right in the midsole. Now, I've always been told that one of the signs a shoe is on its last legs is if creases are starting to form in the midsole. However, the shoe still feels just as amazing as it did the day I bought it. So right now I'm not really worried, but I'm just a little curious um, about that foam creasing already. Also, this is just the way the shoe is built. I would recommend running strictly on roads in this thing. Maybe hard packed dirt. I don't really think the traction is ideal for running on trails, which I'm a little bummed about because I do like to get on trails every now and then. Um, but what we got to remember is that this shoe is designed specifically for running fast on the road. I can't really be upset that it's something it's not. That would be like me being upset that I can't go off roading in a Formula One race car. I just have to remember what it is. When you're going into possibly buy this shoe, just remember what you're buying. To end on a positive note, I think the shoe looks awesome. I've heard mixed reviews on that aspect. Some people think it looks ugly, but I think they look pretty sweet. I think it's an attractive, unique looking shoe in both colorways. The other colorway is basically everything's the same except there's just dark gray for the upper rather than this light bluish gray. Okay, so now that we've considered all these things, I guess it's time to rate it. All things considered, I'm going to rate this shoe, the Nike Zoom Fly, an almost perfect 4.5 out of 5 stars. If it weren't for those concerns about the durability, then it would have been a 5 out of 5. I love the shoe. I'll admit I was a bit skeptical hearing about it. I wasn't really sure what they were trying to pull with this thing. I didn't really believe that a shoe would actually make you run faster or feel faster. But once I tried it out, it really changed everything for me. I definitely recommend this shoe to anyone who's a serious or semi-serious runner who wants to get a great racing shoe. And I also recommend it to recreational runners who just, want to go fast, want to feel fast. I would say just remember what you're buying. The shoe is made specifically for quick running on the road. So when you purchase it, just remember that. I recommend going into your local running store and trying a pair out. I think that probably a majority of you will be pleased with what you find. That's going to do it for today's review, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and tell me what you thought in the comments. Do you like the Zoom Fly? Do you dislike it? And is there any other shoe you'd like me to review next? I'd love to hear your input. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Chris from Trackman Reviews, signing off. Thanks for watching.